Good day, comrades. Welcome back to another episode of our regular podcast. Over the past few days, we have taken you through some of the programs that we intend to bring into Pengassan. We have provided elaborate discussions along some topical issues that are bothering us as an association. Today, we're going to give you a summary of those programs that we intend to do when you elect us into office. I term today's episode my agenda as President of Pengassan. Let's walk through to look at highlights of some of those issues that we discussed previously. Within the first 6 to 8 months, our intention is to bring about a systemic revolution on how Pengassan is going to work. We intend to create a database, like I said in one of the episodes, of all our members, defining their profiles and giving them unique identity. We believe that will help us in planning and eliminating cases of fraud during election, as well as identifying metrics for us to be able to measure ourselves and know how to do business in the future. It will help us with information about sectoral templates as it affects our collective bargaining agreement. Within the first 6 to 8 months, we intend to change the way we operate in Pengassan. We will develop a central database for the sake of managing all our members. We'll create unique identities for each member, grant them authorization to be able to log in and access information with respect to best practice in terms of industrial relation matters, as well as collective bargaining agreements across the various sectors of the oil and gas industry. And as soon as we do that, the information we gather is going to help us in planning. It will also give us information that will help us in addressing issues of expatriate quotas, as well as allow us to be able to put metrics that we can measure the growth of our membership trend or otherwise. We equally use the same platform to be able to grant two categories of membership, the corporate membership of the union and associate membership of the union. And by associate membership, I mean those companies that are difficult to unionize will be able to provide access to willing members to subscribe on their own through our portal. And that way we'll be able to gather some good number of them, and by the time we have maybe between 5 to 10, we can now consolidate and approach their management to formalize the unionization and then convert them into corporate members of the union. That is the approach that we use to ensure that we give every member equal opportunity. We equally intend to use the same database to allow people free access to participate in elections as and when due. It will provide us with avenue to screen members, and that will avoid crisis during election. Within, of course, the 9 to about 18 months in office, we plan to also consolidate on some of the extant laws that affect industrial relation matters by ensuring that we pay specific attention to those laws and making inputs in areas that are going to affect the welfare of our members. Primarily, we are looking at the PIGB as it affects the fiscal regime, as well as the legal framework, and of course the host community issues that have not been addressed. These are areas that would come very, very soon as part of the effort in consolidating the gains of the current PIGB that we have made. Additionally, the other laws such as the personal income tax laws and the labor laws, some that are obsolete. Other areas like the National Content Development Act reported as the Najiko Act are also areas that we have seen some room for improvement. Between the 9th and the 18th month, we're going to look at these pieces of legislations to see areas that we need to improve on, and then advocate or champion a process that will ensure those areas are touched for the betterment of our members. The other areas that we talk about is about consolidation and building our capacity to operate without having to rely so much on management support, even though they are social partners. But the more we rely on them, the more vulnerable the union would be. So we are trying to bring about a mechanism that will try to create fund for ourselves and then see how we can generate revenue on our own and move the association forward. How we will do that is by creating, of course, a company, and that company is going to be registered and then bid for jobs in the oil and gas system, and partner with technical companies that have the competency to run the jobs and get some revenue from there. Additionally, with the opportunity that the PIGB is presenting, in privatizing some of the assets that government have in oil and gas, the unions will consolidate and raise funds to participate in such ventures, such that at the end of the day we will also be partners, will also be stakeholders in the business, and will be able to dictate how the business is run. That is the only way and the surest way that we will remain as partners, and that is, of course, the way that we will ensure that our members that keep losing their jobs from companies to companies, that we have the capacity to accommodate them whenever the need arises, rather than paying them some palliatives while they are out of job. We can actually leverage on the space and the availability that we have within our system to accommodate their interests and see how it will fare. Yes, some comrades are asking some questions with respect to the way the campaign is going. As far as Team Saleh is concerned, the campaign has so far been promising. In our own way, we actually focus more on meeting delegates door-to-door contact, and so far we have engaged several delegates in all the sectors, spanning from marketing, producers, the regulators. We have actually met a lot of them, although we are not able to cover everybody because it's really a Herculean task, but we've been able to at least reach out to majority, and we believe at the moment we have the numbers. Our emphasis, of course, is to ensure that we give value to the campaign, and also put in some ideas on the table that will be able to move Pengassan to greater heights. Some are asking questions also about our style and our strategy of campaign. That why is it different from the other contestants? Yes, it has to be different, because what we offer is service. What we offer is knowledge. What we offer is ideas. Our team is made of stakeholders in Pengassan. Pengassan members that care about the future of Pengassan. We do not bring in people that don't have stake. We do not collaborate with so-called consultants. We focus on those people that want to see the betterment of Pengassan, not people that vowed at some point to destroy Pengassan. Our focus is building synergy among our colleagues, because we believe from within ourselves we have all the competencies, we have all the skills and all the ideas that we can harness to make Pengassan great. We really don't need to go to ASU to get consultants to come and help us how to run Pengassan. We have the ideas from among our team, and that is what we are leveraging. Again, we see that this campaign has to be in a way that first we add value to the system. Whether we win or we don't, the ideas we put on the table can become useful to whoever happens to be the president. Second, This campaign is not a do or die affair. It's just a call to service and offering oneself to serve the system. If you are given the opportunity with a lot of ideas and the knowledge and the skill that one has, then Pengassan will be a better place. If, however, you don't have the opportunity, the ideas that you are putting on the table will be of value to whoever becomes the president. We don't see this as an opportunity to smear people or to abuse people or to say all sort of bad things against opponents. We don't personalize our campaign, we focus on issues, and that is why we are different. And our style is such that at the end of the day, we will contribute to the knowledge base of Pengassan. My final message to delegates is that I call on all my supporters, just like I've always done, that you remain focused. If you want to support me based on issues. I plead with you never to respond to any campaign of calumny, because you and I are all stakeholders in this business. If Pengassan spoils, we lose it. If Pengassan remains intact, we all win. Therefore, irrespective of who ends up being the winner, Pengassan should remain one entity and should remain indivisible. My aspiration should not be the source of destruction of Pengassan. This election is not a do or die affair. I offer myself to service. If the electorates believe that I have what it takes to deliver Pengassan, give me the opportunity. If they do not believe and another person is chosen, I call on my supporters to give all the support to whoever wins, and at the end of the day, we'll move Pengassan to the next level. But if we insist that it must be me or nothing, then it means our intention is to destroy Pengassan. Let's not destroy Pengassan, because the people that handed over Pengassan to us handed it to us intact as one entity. Let's hand it over to the next generation as one entity. That is my desire, that is the desire of my supporters, and that is what I preach all the time. I call on us to remain peaceful. All my supporters should be law-abiding during the election process. After the election must have been concluded, and by God's grace, when we emerge victorious, we will celebrate in a lawful manner. One Pengassan, one Nigeria, success for all. Solidarity.
Than the feeble strength of one, but the union makes us strong.